So, you made all your digested organic matter, you made all your preliminary blocks, you made your precision assembling machine, and now you want to go to space. How do you do that? Well, for one, there is the written guide, which is linked under each of my videos, and it's very good. It's what I use. Because it's not very easily understandable. Before you can get to orbit, you need fuel. There are two ways to do it. Both involve electrolyzers, which are these small multi-blocks. One, you can make hydrogen and oxygen just from splitting water, which I did here twice, as you can see. And you can also use it to make rocket fuel by adding oxygen and hydrogen together, which I did with this one. There are monopropellant engines and tanks and bipropellant engines and tanks. I chose bipropellant, but you can use monopropellant. And as you can see here, I wasn't sure in the beginning, so I have a huge tank of just rocket fuel, monopropellant, and I have two slightly less huge tanks full of oxygen and hydrogen. It's chemically not correct because you split water in one amount of oxygen, one amount of hydrogen, and rockets use oxygen and hydrogen 1-to-1. Okay, fuel sorted out. What more do I need? Well, you need this landing platform concrete, which is more or less expensive. And you need a minimal space that is 5 by 5. This is the smallest start platform that is usable. Then you need this tower. These tower blocks. They look like the factory block scaffolding, but they're not. They're much more expensive, of course. The landing pad or starting pad limits the maximum width or girth of the rocket, and the rocket tower limits the height of the rocket. You can't build a rocket that's higher than the tower, and you can't build a functional rocket that is bigger than the landing pad. Then you need this. This is the rocket control block. You set it up just right next to the launch pad in this manner, and it will connect. And then you can start applying rocket parts, and you can scan it, and it will tell you the technical details of your rockets. And if you click on build, then it will build the rocket. Please note, these blocks take power. I powered them from below, so you can't see the power. Then, another block that's very useful is the suit workstation, in which you can modify your spacesuit. You need a spacesuit to go to space, or you will suffocate with nausea 5 and all kinds of debuff, and you lose health. Bad thing about the spacesuit is that it's not insulating for tough as nails, so you will quickly freeze to death if you do not take precautions. And then you have this. This is the destination thingy. It goes next to the rocket construction block, and with it you can select which moon, planet, whatever you want to go to. It'll also tell you things about the distance, that is travel time, atmospheric pressure, and mass. The higher the mass of the planet, the higher its gravity, and the lower you can jump. I have no idea what pressure does, so I guess I'll find out. So, each rocket engine will need its own dedicated tank, but you can have more tanks than you have engines. You need to factor in that your thrust weight ratio is greater than 1, so your acceleration needs to be higher than gravity in order for the rocket to actually go somewhere. But the rocket, when you try to start it, it will tell you that it can't lift off if your rocket isn't powerful enough. Then you need these fueling stations. I used bipropellant, so I have 2 fuel stations. If you have using just plain rocket fuel, monopropellant, you need only 1 of them. When your rocket is constructed, you need this linker. Right now, this rocket launch pad is empty, but the rocket that I built is on top, and I don't have the resources to build another rocket, so we need to use our imagination for that. In order to get fuel into the rocket, you need to link the fueling stations with the rocket. You do that by shift right-clicking on the fueler, and then right-clicking or shift right-clicking on the rocket. I think it's shift right-clicking. There will be a it will tell you in the chat if it is linked successfully, and it will also show you with a flashing line the block you linked this to. You need to relink the fueling stations after each landing, because they will forget linking to the previous rocket if you started and came back. And that's it, basically. Also, these two, of course, also need power, and I have them on redstone thingy, and I do. You will need oxygen anyway to fill your spacesuit. Let me quickly show you, because that's important as well. Your spacesuit chest plate can take tanks. As you can see here, I have 2 tanks of oxygen. One is partially used. To fill this oxygen, you take the tank out. You go into a bottler. And there we go. If you put it in the right spot, it fills up the tank. takes a bit, and now it's full. And then I can just put it back in, take it out, and my oxygen is full again. So that's a reason for using bipropellant, because you make so much oxygen. It's much you would need to get rid of the hydrogen somehow, because there's no other use that I could find so far for nitrogen. Hydrogen, not nitrogen. Yeah. That's rocketry in a nutshell.